We are come from Group 5. We want to present our topic about teacher learning and professional development, student learning, contemporary educational innovation fostering, and learning assignment. And my name is Lisara Sumbayak, and my friend Putri Rahel, Vicky Sipayung, Dewi Sinaga, and Juandri Purba. Thank you. Introduction. The societal demand of evidence that teacher education of professional development initiative result in improved student learning outcomes in increasing. The professional development teachers is regarded as a cornerstone for the implementation of standard-based teaching and learning practice. Professional development should fundamentally be about teacher learning is change the knowledge, beliefs, and attitudes that teacher possess that lead the acquisition of the new skills, new concept, and the new process related to the work of teaching.
Okay, students, now I'm here to continue our discussion. So, when teachers use this knowledge, practice, etc., in their teaching, they form an important element of learning environments for students, together with learning materials, physical environments below students. And then teachers teaching practice, instead students learning process, which in turn led to students learning outcomes of terms of increase and change knowledge and understanding the subject of matters, skills, motivation, and emotion. Of course, influences can also go the other way around.
Okay, I will continue the next slide. Student learning. Cognitive process strategies are those learning strategies that students use to process and subject matter. They directly lead to learning outcome in terms of knowledge, understanding what good teaching looks like, etc. And the last is learning orientation, refer to the whole domain of personal goals, move aspects of and view people have about learning and associated phenomena, how different learning tasks and be tackled, who is responsible for what in the learning. The term learning style as an encompassing concept in which a cognitive process of subject matter, the metacognitive regular of learning, concept of learning on orientation are unique later on, because the term of style is often associated with inherent person characteristic. In a series of studies with university students, we constantly found for such pattern. That's all about student learning. Then the next slide will be continued by my friends. Thank you.
Okay, my friends, my name is Vicky Sipayung, and I will continue from my friends. The definition of educational contemporary and educational innovation. Contemporary education is the education of the period, which means education that follows the times and technology, while educational innovation is innovation or renewal in the field of education or innovation undertaken to solve educational problems. Educational innovation is an idea, goods, a method that is felt or observed anew to a person or group of people or society in the form of an invention, which is new, or discovery or change the old one, used to achieve educational goals or solving educational problems. The development of innovation in education in Indonesia, among others, are the following. The first, equitable learning. Equitable learning opportunities to overcome numbers. With a lot of school age in Indonesia, the government creates an education system that can accommodate as many, perhaps a school actuals, one of which is the establishment elementary, middle school, high school, and university. The second, the quality of education to overcome the lack of teachers, accompanied by a decline in the quality of government education. In this improves the quality of education. For example, upgrading teacher via radio mode and module. The third, the use of multimedia in learning. Education must endeavor to obtain good results with fun and little time. This means that educational system must be solid and effective and efficient teaching. Among them with make use of student works.
Hi guys, my name is Dewi Sinaga. I want to read or I want to explain to all of you about the last slide. Okay, the topic in the last slide, contemporary educational innovation that forests student learning. Okay, in this topic there are two types, namely the one teacher factor and the second the student factor. Okay, and the first teacher factor. Teacher factor is a major factor in the learning process. The success of a lesson depends on how a teacher teach a material to the student. And then there are two kinds too, namely and the first physical conditional factor. And teacher are able to teach material to student. Therefore, it is better a teacher teach student about material that does not conflict with their physical condition. And the second or last, teacher who is under stress should not teach just yet, because he will take out his emotional on his student. They will be very bad for teacher and student. And the two, student factor and then student factor, there are two types or two kind, namely in the first physical condition, student who is sick may not attend lesson properly because understanding will be very difficult to get into the child. Therefore, teachers who know that their students are sick must tell their student to rest. And the last, be a physical condition. And then children are born with different abilities. Therefore, the teacher's job is to help students develop their abilities and help students who have difficulty developing their abilities. Okay guys, that is about a topic in the last slide. Thank you.
I think that's all about our presentation. Thank you for attention. Thank you and good afternoon.